Hi, I'm Ed Brown. Welcome to Pegasus Theater's short play video. Of course, we plan to offer you live theater next year, but the pandemic left our bank account feeling very sad. So if you like what you see, and we know you will, please make a donation at pegasustheater.com. Thank you.
Hey! Hey! Aha! Where's that goddamn sign? Sheep must have eaten it again. Look! 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 This is a baby-free zone. Hear me? No leaving babies on this hillside.
That's not mine.
My condolences. You still can't leave it here.
No, I mean, it was here when I got here.
I just saw you put it down and start skulking away.
No, you didn't.
I've been a shepherd all my life. My night vision is 20/20. I know what I saw.
I said... No, you didn't.
Not worth it.
What's not worth it?
Getting involved in your dirty work.
I'm not involving you. I'm ordering you to stand aside. You'll go home. I'll go home. That will die of exposure. And we'll both forget this ever happened. I don't see the problem.
That's not how this works.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's not how the story goes. Look, you're some kind of royalty, aren't you?
Why do you say that?
Because I know your type. The imperious tone, the hubris, the lack of appropriate footwear for a hillside covered with dung. Not that I wouldn't mind a pair of gold sandals.
Very well. I'm the new king. Your new king.
Thought so. And that's what? Your stepchild? Illegitimate offspring of your wife and some god?
Nephew.
Ah, then you're royally screwed.
Why do you say that?
Nothing ever ends well for evil uncles.
I'm not evil. Just dealing with a uniquely difficult situation.
There was a prophecy, right? Well,
Possibly.
that the kid there would grow up to kill you and or take back your stolen kingdom. Something like that, right? Plus or minus a generation or two.
It wasn't... Well, there may have been a minor dispute over whether I'm the legitimate heir to the throne. A debate over a technicality. It happens all the time during political transitions.
Whatever you have to tell yourself. Point is, you're leaving that baby here out of some misbegotten notion it'll solve your problems. You're only stabbing yourself in the foot.
Why?
What exactly do you think is going to happen to that baby? Walk me through this, Your Majesty.
It'll die.
Of?
Yeah, you know, the elements.
It's a balmy summer night.
Starvation, then.
How long do you think that'll take?
Oh, I don't know. An hour? 2?
Guess again. That kid's going to be wailing here all night long. How possible do you think it is that someone, most likely a soft-hearted shepherd, is going to hear him and feel obligated to raise him?
I suppose it's possible.
20 years down the road, that kid's going to show up at your doorstep with a dagger and some well-rehearsed insults. In the meantime, I have to take care of another child. In all likelihood, one with superhuman strength that eats enough for 10 and has a cartload of abandonment issues to sort through before he's ready to kill you. I like quietude. I like lambs. They're cute. I don't talk back. God, God's damn tired of raising people's enchanted babies.
I'm not asking you to raise it.
Now I know he's there.
Just ignore it.
And listen to the child of destiny slowly cry himself to death on my hillside while my sheep graze 20 feet away. Do you think I want to bring the god's wrath on me?
Give it an hour. Maybe an animal will come along.
I've yet to see a sheep go after a baby.
No, I mean a carnivore. A wolf or something.
What kind of a shepherd would I be if I let wolves prowl around here? Besides, there's no guarantee the wolf would eat it. If it's a she-wolf, she's just as likely to suckle it. More kids get raised by wolves than you'd imagine. And then you've got to deal with a guy that not only wants you dead, but has probably developed a taste for raw flesh.
Oh, okay. Well, how about a vulture? Vultures can't suckle children. They don't have teats. Do they?
Thanks for that image. Look, I told you, this is your dirty work. Deal with it yourself. Take that baby somewhere else. Or here's an unorthodox, brilliant idea. Just kill him.
No.
Why not? It's the obvious solution. And don't do something stupid like lock him in a tower or throw him in the river. That doesn't work. If it were me, I'd cut his head off and keep it with me for a couple of weeks for good measure. You never know.
Fine, you do it then.
Yeah, this is between you and the fates. I'd be a fifth wheel.
I command you to do it.
And I'm telling you I won't.
I could have you put to death.
Well, that wouldn't solve your problem.
You'd solve one of them, a cheeky shepherd.
Oh, gods, now look what you've done.
What? What have I done?
We've slipped into stichomathia.
The hell is stichomathia?
In exchange of alternating one-liners.
We're just having an argument.
One that conforms to a predictable pattern.
You're making that up to change the subject.
It's not my fault you're a walking trope.
Oh, stop responding with one line.
Stop setting me up with one.
How do we get out of this?
Just shut up for a second. Just shut up for a second. I think we're good.
Look, how much do you want? You can have all of this. And I'll throw in the slippers?
I told you, not worth it.
Oh, you could buy a dozen hillsides, more sheep than you could count.
I'm good on sheep. I'm not killing that baby for you. Why won't you do it yourself?
Because
What, you're ruthless enough to usurp a throne but not to kill a baby?
It would be beneath me. I don't want blood on these regal hands.
Oh, please. I bet you killed his parents and stuck their heads on pikes.
That was different.
If you can't even subdue your guilty conscience, you have no business ruling a city.
My conscience isn't guilty. I'm doing what I have to.
In a highly roundabout way.
But it would be crude, butchering it like an animal.
Hell of a lot better than leaving him to slowly starve.
But it's just not, I don't know, poetic.
Poetic. This coming from the guy that didn't know what stichomathia was? This is a load of manure, Your Majesty. Tell me the truth.
I see myself in him.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Damn it! I see myself in that ugly, scrunched-up little face. Not that he looks like me. He bears more of my brother's profile. But he reminds me of myself. When I was a
Something
baby.
tells me we're heading into a long monologue capped by a moment of self-discovery.
Do you want to hear this or not?
Ready, go on.
When I was a baby, I was left on a hillside to die. And yes, I was rescued, but not by a shepherd. It was a wood nymph. I grew up thinking I was nobody, thrown away, an unwanted bastard destined to spend my worthless life as a farmer, or a fisherman, or a shepherd. No offense. As it turns out, I was illegitimate, but I was the bastard of a king, one who'd left me on that hillside so that his queen wouldn't find me. By the time I learned the truth, my philandering father was already dead, and I had a lazy, inattentive younger half-brother on the throne. It was mine for the taking. What? I saw an opportunity and I seized it. Don't tell me you wouldn't have done the same thing. I taught myself how to fight. I gathered an army and I ousted him. And yes, there may have been some pikes and dismemberment involved. It happens. Everything was going swimmingly until the royal prophetess showed me that damned baby hidden away in the palace, my ugly little newborn nephew. Half-nephew, really. And said, "If this child lives, he will rule your kingdom." That was it. There wasn't even any ambiguity to it like there normally is in these things. You know, beware the cross-eyed turtle on the mountain at twilight. No weirdness. It was impossible to misread. It was as if the old crone dumbed it down just for me. And how do you think I felt? After all I'd been through, after all I'd done to build my confidence and inner strength and overcome my deep-seated feelings of inferiority. Now to find out that destiny itself might be working against me. Good gods! What else can I do but get rid of the threat? What would you do? Why do you keep judging me? Am I really the villain here? Just because I'm putting my own needs before everyone else's? And sacrificing the life of an innocent baby? And quite possibly defying the gods? Because if that's your definition of evil, then... Well, I suppose that if... Oh. Shit.
For what it's worth, Your Majesty, I'm not completely convinced you have to be the villain.
What?
you might, just might, be able to turn things around and become a flawed hero if you're willing to stomach a major plot twist.
I'm listening.
You could take the baby home, raise him yourself.
Raise him? Like an actual baby?
Raise him as your heir. Then, when the time comes, pass your kingdom to him. That way the prophecy's fulfilled, but he doesn't have to kill you. Win-win.
I can't. I don't know how to be a father. I never had one.
Oh, do your best. If you need advice from time to time, I'll be here.
But what would I feed it?
I'd be happy to give you a discount on some sheep's milk.
He's not quite as ugly as I thought.
See? Bonding already. Although,
What?
it'd be pretty awkward if he ever finds out you murdered and mutilated his real parents.
I won't tell him. I'll pass him off as my own son.
It's a shame someone else knows the truth. What would it take to make that person hold their tongue?
Are you blackmailing me?
I saw an opportunity and I seized it.
Fine. What do you want?
Best of luck to you both. Ooh, watch out for that dung.